I mean, we all know it's our defense, but I don't know why it's our defense. We At this point, man, we can't guard a park car.
Just not getting no stops. Can't get stops. Simple as that. Gotta learn how to get stops and defend.
The Washington Wizards just lost another game, getting beaten by the Boston Celtics 116-107. They now fall to 2-7. Even though it's not time to hit the panic button yet, there's no question that the Washington Wizards are in trouble. The reason why I say that is because their issues aren't easy to fix. Their paint defense with Thomas Bryant on the floor is really bad, but when he goes to the bench, it's insanely bad. Another red flag about this team is the fact that Bradley Beal is putting up historic numbers and being super efficient while dropping 40 bombs, even a 60 bomb, and it means nothing. So you can't possibly expect any more production from Bradley Beal, and how is the paint defense going to improve? Another big question mark for this team is the athleticism of Russell Westbrook, because he clearly took another step back from last season. At least so far, maybe he can work himself back into shape, but right now you can see he's taken another step down a little bit. The reason why I say that is because he's now attempting 5 threes a game and he's shooting a ton of mid-range jump shots. He's not getting to the rim like he normally does, and he's not getting to the free throw line like he normally does. He's settling a lot more, and because of that, he's been super inefficient. Another reason I say that, we're 9 games into the season and Russell Westbrook hasn't dunked the ball once. Do you want to know how many games it took him last season to dunk? He dunked in the first game, the season opener with the Houston Rockets, and the Toyota Center really approved of it. Russell has always been questionable in late game situations due to his poor decision making at times and his time to play erratic and out of control, but this season it looks a little different. It looks like he's tired. Russ always plays at 100%, and normally it's fine because he's an Iron Man and he can just play through it because he's a beast. But this season, it looks like it's actually starting to get to him, and it looks like he should start pacing himself earlier and not play so fast all the time, because late game, he looks a little burnt out. But again, it is early in the season. He's also at a career high in turnovers. That's the one aspect I see improving. I think Russ can turn it around at least a little bit, but you can't get any more out of Bradley Beal because he just can't play any better. He's playing ridiculous, and the defense is awful, and I don't think there's any way to improve it unless you make a trade, and they have no one to trade. Also, let's not forget about the coaching. Scott Brooks is not a coach that can draw up plays and consistently get your team buckets. He relies on isolation from either KD, Russ, or Beal, and he has his whole career. Also, let's not forget how stacked the East is this season. There isn't a whole lot of title contenders, but there is a ton of playoff teams, and you know they're going to be fighting for that 8 to 10 spot, so that way they can get into the play-in tourney, and right now, the Wizards don't look like they're going to be one of those 10 teams. On top of their abysmal defense, they don't really have much of an offense to make up for it. They only have a couple shooters, and that's exactly why Bradley Beal needs to drop 35 just to keep the game close. One thing I will say about the Washington Wizards that isn't that bad because it will probably change is their bad luck. Whether it's Bradley Beal losing the ball on a wide open layup for the win, or it's some random player that no one's heard of going off for a huge game against them, again, that's their bad defense though. The Washington Wizards haven't had a lot go their way other than Kyrie and KD both missing wide open clutch shots, but other than that, this team hasn't had the best luck. But that doesn't change the fact that they are in trouble because there are so many teams in the East that are looking for a playoff spot, and there's a lot of things wrong with this team. But now I want to hear from you guys. Let me know in the comments, do you think the Washington Wizards will make the playoffs? And also, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like on it and subscribe for more NBA content just like this. And I'll see you in the next upload.